Hey,
Hey.
how are ya? Got the new update. Today's Monday. City Council just got back.
Mm.
Had some dinner and really good news.
Yeah, been a busy day.
Yeah, it has. So one of the really good news is that the budget is
I think they kind of got the budget balanced.
80-90% pretty leaning toward it's balanced.
Mm.
So now they just need to do a double audit, kind of a double check
Mm-hmm.
on the double spreadsheet. There's a couple little variables of how consolidating funds and pushing funds to sides. But overall, I think it's budget.
She did a
It's
lot of
a
really
lot.
good work. It's been a long day. Do you remember what her name is? We'll tag.
Yes.
We'll
Whoever
put
you
her
are,
name in. We'll put her name in here. I feel bad. I can't remember right
been a
now.
long day, but
She does all the accounting updates at the meetings, and she did a lot of work, and she went through a big mess, and she fixed a lot of things, and it looks like they
yeah,
may have the budget balanced out, which is exciting.
which is huge because, like I said
Mm-hmm.
before, 6 months ago, when we started talking about the budget, and we're still not a million% out of it, we still need to double check things.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, after all the hard work that they've done, it looks like there's a chance. But
Now that does, of course, include that they had to cut a firefighter from the
and
staff and a police from the
police
staff.
officer,
So they are at reduced staff
yeah,
and some cuts in order to get
yeah,
there. But
and that's also the topic of why there's still a topic for November for the sales tax
yeah,
increase
because
to get the fire department back and get the police officer back to increase the budgets. But overall, like 6 months ago, we were talking about that,
like a super shortage. Yeah.
and we're on the verge of bankruptcy as a
Right.
city
Yeah.
because it was not in budget.
Mm-hmm. So, still some probably tough choices that have to be made, but things are looking a
Massive,
lot less
yeah,
bad than they were before. They were pretty horrendous there for a bit.
we were like on the
A
verge
little
of,
dicey, a little
and
dicey.
nobody in this city would have ever known that. And so after a whole lot of work from the staff, so we just stood up there and put a lot of appreciation out there for them because they balanced the budget. And everyone inside of this video thinks it's so damn easy. Well, it ain't that easy.
It's a lot of things
And
to
if
manage.
it was that easy,
Yeah.
you should be on top of the finance team and put your face inside of there and go clean it up. Because I'll show you the paperwork.
Right.
There's like
yeah.
20 spreadsheets, bro.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people have a lot
There's
of
a lot.
expectations of what the city's
So-
supposed to provide, and but at the same time, the money's got to come from somewhere, and they're trying their best.
Yeah, they are, and yeah.
So yeah,
So
that
that's
was good.
really good news. Mobile home park.
Yeah, they're talking again about
Stabilization.
the mobile home park stabilization potential. They're kind of revisiting something that came up in November. They did some checking around. It seemed like maybe it was coming in at under what the cap was on the increases. But some more information's been coming up, and it looks like maybe it's not at all under the
Yeah.
requirements. So bottom line is the residents there are really struggling to keep up with the cost increases because it sounds like the cost increases are higher than they're supposed to be.
The rent's going up,
and it's the rent increase on top of now the utilities that used to be included are no longer included. And those are maybe unpredictable and that maybe not 100% being done correctly.
Right.
There's a lot of questions that need to be answered at this point. So now
there's probably 5 or 10 residents that came in.
Yeah. And these people, most of them are on a fixed income. They live in the mobile home park because it's more affordable than buying a single family home. But at the end of the day, they own the mobile home. They don't own the land that they're paying rent for. And a mobile home, despite the name, is not really mobile.
Nope.
You can't just drag it someplace else that's got a better rent situation.
No.
So these people, they've got all the extra expenses of home ownership and maintenance and insurance. And on top of that, they've got rent that's going up beyond their control. And it gets to where what was more affordable is now no longer so affordable. And they don't have a lot of ways to make additional income. So they're asking for help. And so the city is going to go dig a little deeper, do more numbers and come back with with a proposal that's going to make sense, and evaluate it and see what should be done.
Go watch the link. We're gonna put the
Mm-hmm.
whole full YouTube up there. Go rewatch it. But
Mm-hmm.
like two of the staff was like, no, we don't want to overregulate this and then start pushing any type of regulations on businesses and deterrent.
Right.
We only have one mobile home park in
Inside
city
city
limits,
limits,
not
right?
outside city, in city limit. Only one in city limits
At,
that they could
yeah.
make some
At the same time,
barriers.
there has to be some protections for the residents. If the numbers are going up astronomically,
Yeah, they
then
need to
there's
protect them a little bit.
we they might have to do something.
So
So
like two of them said yes, two of them said no, and then it was just down to the mayor. And then they took a vote and said, do we want to spend the money on salary with staff to go gather up all this information and then go and start placing some form of uh, regulation
yeah, so it
or
sounds
new
like at the
ordinance?
end of the day, this sounds like something they really need to look deeper into and see about helping create a solution, because
It was a
we
big
need
deal.
more affordable home options around here, and that's definitely a piece of the
Yeah.
puzzle.
And so I think it went 5 for 5.
Yeah.
So 5 for 5, they did push towards gathering up all the
And
information
put
and
together.
start to
Yeah.
lean towards a new ordinance of rent
Mm-hmm.
stabilization. What
Mm-hmm.
it affects inside of our world is that people that own their mobile home, but they don't own the land.
Mm.
That's very similar to tiny houses on wheels. There's
Yeah,
going to be people in the future that have they own the home, but they might not own the
they
land.
might not own the land,
And
and so
so that's where we're.
how do we hedge against having runaway rents that then your affordable home option is no longer affordable?
And so this
Uh,
conversation is happening, and it's moving forward, and it does relate to us, and then it does relate to everybody else in Mount Shasta, all rentals and all all of it. So
yeah.
it might start like a little ripple effect of mobile home stable, then to affordable alternative into apartments,
Yeah, we don't know. Like,
housing,
this is part of,
landlords. We
I
don't
think,
know.
what they're going to do the assessment and figure out
Right.
what because they want to be careful. We don't want to
Yeah, I don't want to
overregulate,
step
but we also don't want people
take it
being
full advantage of.
displaced. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
What else? Something. What was the
Hmm.
adoption of like AB something or
Yeah.
other? It is also
1708.
related to affordable housing, as far as opening up more resources for smaller towns, to help fight
Yeah, they took a vote for
homelessness
that.
and
That was
stuff.
an easy vote, 5 for 5.
Yeah, to
Basic,
support that. Go ahead.
basically, um, it was like big cities were getting all these grants and moving really fast and getting in position, and all the rural towns were getting left behind.
Yeah.
And so, and slower for the funds to move to the small towns. And so, all the affordable housing developers get tired of waiting because it may take
Mhm.
6 months, a year, 2 years, or something like that, and then we lose the affordable housing developer because the funds are moving slow. And so this new little ordinance law, AB 1708, I think.
Yeah. And honestly, I try to review all these things before we go to the meetings, and I didn't get a chance to review the whole packet this morning because I had a meeting with the city.
Yeah.
so I
So
will come back to that one and make sure that I know more about it. But that wasn't as urgent for me to get to today. I had a meeting
no.
today with Todd and Ken and Kim, who are the city
Mm.
manager, the city planning manager, and the public works director. Went over a lot of questions and clarifications that we've come across from the
A lot
public
of you
through community dinners and through talking with people.
comments
Just
being.
trying to help as much as we can and get everybody on the same page and working together to make sure we streamline the process for getting the people that want the tiny houses, that meet the ordinance requirements, any minor adjustments we might need to be making to the ordinance that we have, including there's new preferred language as far as California. They want them to not be called tiny houses on wheels anymore. They want them to be called movable tiny
Movable.
homes. So we got some little
So we need to tweak
adjustments to
some
make to the
language.
ordinance, and a couple other things that, like, now that we've had more time to think about it and we've had some people start coming forward and wanting to put things in place, yeah, maybe it makes more sense to make this adjustment or that adjustment. So fine tuning as we go. looking at, again, more options for creative construction and stuff, possibly for Lake Shastina. Made some good contacts, got some good contacts from them that I can check with as far as continuing to move all those processes forward. Trying to think of what else we covered today.
Good enough.
It was, yeah, good enough. And
so thank you for everybody that made prayers out for this city multi-department conversation to push it forward.
Yeah.
Because it did really, 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 really good. Really good job. So yeah. For everybody else, there's some things that need to be held in sacredness, but the plans are moving forward in a really, 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 really good way. Only in a way that good prayers from the good people. So we appreciate all your support.
And we don't need to bore everybody with every minor detail.
It's just really good. Yeah, good. It was a good city council.
Yeah.
Tonight, and good meeting with the city tonight.
Yeah. It was a good turnout at the meeting tonight. I think a lot of people were there for the mobile home thing, and then there was some talk about the Lake Street project.
That sounds like it's moving forward. Yeah. It looks good. It looks really balanced. Okay. So that's tonight, Monday. Tomorrow night is Casey going to be at
Clandestino
for a little beer, margarita,
drink,
something
mayor,
like that.
happy hour.
I forget what time is that. 5:30, 6:30.
I feel like it's 5:30. We'll double check and we'll
figure that out.
We'll put it in the thing.
It's in there. So that's tomorrow night, Tuesday. Wednesday we got church stuff that we got to run off to. Thursday, Friday, I think we're free as of this second. So any other future meetings, yell at us on Zoom for Thursday.
Or give us a day to do something that's not this.
Saturday at 11 a.m. we do have grant writing team. So last call for all of you guys. You want to join the grant writing team? That's the brunch-in on 11 a.m. on Saturday. You put a comment inside of here. I'll DM you my cell phone. You call me. And then we'll get you over to Anastasia. Then you text and call Anastasia, and then she'll give you an address. And then we'll see you at the lunch, 11 o'clock a.m. I think that's everything. Good job, everybody. Right. Good job, babe, for going to the city.
Yeah.
This babe got our back. Papio was at work.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it, but she held down the fort and pushed that conversation through. Big blessings.
Yeah.
Big blessings.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.